the Social Security lump sum payout check explained. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now this continues to be a topic that I get a lot of questions on down below in the comment section. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to explain this situation in greater detail. I'm also going to describe who would be eligible for this one-time check from Social Security, as well as when you may be offered this one-time check. So let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. As I am your one and only daily advocate, I am here for you right by your side every single day, watching all of the new changes coming out, all of the announcements that are hitting the wire, and everything else that is being presented right now as things are changing very rapidly. I'm doing all the necessary research, breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on, and so we can stay in tune with all of these announcements coming out of the administration, the president, lawmakers, Congress, and of course everything that Congress is currently working on, talking about, and or presenting with all the packages and proposals, amendments, reform to very important fixed income benefits, and of course anything in regards to money, checks, programs, raises to benefits, or anything else along these lines. Of course, I'm watching it all very closely and bringing it to you every single day in these short videos to help you out in any way that I possibly can. All right, thanks again. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and describe the Social Security lump sum payout check. For those of you that have been asking down below, if you're not familiar with what this is, it is a real thing in some instances, so I do want to describe it in greater detail right here in this video. Now, to be totally fair, yes, I have talked about this in previous videos, but like I said, I do get a lot of questions on this, and many people are reaching out asking, can I get one of those? Wouldn't we all want one? I mean, let's be real right now, right? I think we would all want a big old lump sum check from Social Security. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Or forget that, even if it's not from Social Security, maybe from the IRS or literally anybody, we'll take a lump sum check from literally anybody that wants to write a check, right? So at the same time, let's talk through the details. All right, so to maybe minimize a little bit of the confusion on this, let me lay a few things out for you really quickly right now. This is only for those people receiving Social Security retirement at full retirement age, okay? So if you're somebody receiving maybe SSDI, this does not apply to you. However, to be totally fair, again, in some instances, for those of you that do receive SSDI, when you go to file with your application, from the time that you file your application until you actually start getting benefits, you may actually get your first payment as a nice big lump sum payment. However, that's a totally different story. So I can talk about the lump sum check for some SSDI beneficiaries in a separate video, but in this case, I'm talking about a lump sum payout check from Social Security in regards to Social Security retirement benefits. However, for SSDI beneficiaries, I will make a dedicated video for you when your benefits and when you would get a lump sum payment from Social Security as an SSDI beneficiary. Again, these are two totally different stories, two totally different situations. So stay tuned for that. I will bring that video to you sometime relatively soon. All right, next. For those of you receiving, say, maybe survivors or SSI benefits, VA benefits, again, unfortunately, this does not apply to you, okay? Again, please don't be upset with me. I'm simply just the messenger. I'm bringing you the information. I'm not the person that makes the rules. Here's the thing. If I made the rules, the rules would be very different, okay? This is just what I'm telling you based on what goes on with the Social Security Administration and who is eligible for these lump sum checks. And again, I'm just making it very clear here so that we can all be on the same page and maybe to minimize any confusion from the very start. All right, so with that being said, now let's talk about who and when you may be eligible for a lump sum payout check from the Social Security Administration in regards to Social Security retirement benefits. All right, so a couple key factors that you want to know. Number one, your full retirement age. That is key when it comes down to this lump sum check from Social Security. Here's the thing. If you're somebody that has claimed your retirement benefits before your full retirement age, again, unfortunately, this does not apply to you, okay? It is only for those people that are applying for Social Security benefits at or after their full retirement age. I know, we're kind of narrowing the field here quite a bit, right? And again, I'm doing this because I want to make it very clear from the very start here who would be eligible for this. All right, so now that we've brought it down to this, let's talk who would be eligible for this check and when this may be presented to you. All right, so here's what it comes down to. Again, the full retirement age for everybody, is going to be kind of different for everybody. However, it's going to be within the ranges, of anywhere between about 66 and 70 years old will be basically 66 to 67 is going to be full retirement age. However, the timeframes that we're going to be looking at is basically between 66 or your full retirement age, whenever that happens to be, and then of course the age of 70. These are the timeframes that we're going to look at very closely for this lump sum payout check. All right, so let's get into the details a little bit further now. Here's what it comes down to. Let's just say, for example, and again, this is just an example. Everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different, but I'm using this as an example. Let's just say that your full retirement age is the age of 66. Let's just say for some reason you hit your FRA, full retirement age, that's what FRA stands for. When you hit your FRA, you decide, I'm doing just fine. I don't want to claim my benefits quite yet. I'm going to hold off for 6 months. Okay, so you hold off on claiming your benefits for 6 months. Well, now you're 66 and 6 months old, right? So that's your age, is you're 66 and 6 months. You're beyond your full retirement age by 6 months, okay? What does that mean? Here's what happens. As you delay claiming your Social Security retirement benefits, for every 1 month that you claim after your full retirement age, your benefits will continue to increase by 0.667%, or 2/3 of 1%, for every month that you delay benefits after your FRA, full retirement age. And here's what it comes down to. So now you're sitting here 6 months later, your benefits have effectively increased by 0.667% over 6 months, or 4%. Your benefits have now increased by 4%. Which, by the way, Social Security will only pay out 6 months worth of back pay in the form of this lump sum payment. Let's just say, let me rewind for just a second here. Let's just say that your full retirement age, again, is 66, and you delay claiming until the age of 67. You've delayed by 1 full year, 12 months. Your benefits have now increased effectively by 8%. 0.667% by 12 months is 8% over the course of 1 year. Not bad, right? That's a pretty nice raise to benefits over the course of 1 year. That's a pretty substantial raise, considering usually the cost of living adjustments are only, 1%, 2, 5, 6%, something like that. And realistically, even a 5 or 6% COLA is very generous these days, right? So anyway, now let me give you the examples here. In the event that you are, let's say, again, going back to our first example, you're 66 years old, or let me say this again. You're 66 and 6 months, okay? That's how old you are. 66 and 6 months. You call up Social Security and you say, hey, I'm 66 and 6 months. I think it's about time for me to start claiming my benefit. I'd like to apply to get my benefit. Okay, fine, no big deal. Let's get your benefits going here. Let's get your benefits going. So they look into your situation. They say, oh, well, Mr. Smith or Mrs. Smith, it looks like you've claimed, or looks like you've delayed receiving your benefits for 6 months now. Looks like you have increased your benefits by 4%. We would like to offer you something. We would like to offer you a one-time lump sum payout check from Social Security. And you're thinking, wow, they want to give me a big old check, right? And by the way, this check could be, it could be $6,000. If you're getting $1,000 a month, it could be $12,000. I mean, it could be a substantial amount of money. It could be a huge, huge amount of money, right? Well over $10,000 in some cases, right? It could be thousands of dollars. It's going to be a lot of money that you could be offered. Now, here's the thing. All it simply is basically they'd be paying you out for the 6 months that you have delayed your benefit. Okay, so you've delayed your benefit by 6 months in this example, and all they want to do is they want to pay you out for those 6 months. Do you think they're just doing this out of the goodness of their hearts? No, sorry, they're not. Here's what it comes down to. Your benefits have increased by 4% over that course of time. However, in this example, they want to pay you out the lump sum over that 6-month period of time, effectively making it the same as you claiming your benefit at your full retirement age of 66 years old. Do you think you're still going to get your 4% raise? No, they're not. They're not going to give that to you. In exchange for giving you the lump sum payout, they're going to take back the 4% raise that you would have effectively gotten permanently forever on your benefit. Does all this make sense? So it's a give and take here. It's not like they're going to give you a big lump sum payout and say, here you go, and keep the 4% on top of it. Oh no, they take that 4% back, right? So they effectively make it the same as you claiming your benefit at your full retirement age. So the 6 months that you waited, although it sounds cool because now you're getting a big lump sum check, that 4% that you've accumulated over that 6-month period of time is now gone. They took it back, okay? So that's what it comes down to. This would be the situation in which you'd be offered a lump sum payout check. And again, remember this much as well. Not everybody is going to be offered this. You may be offered this lump sum check, but in some cases, you may not even be offered this lump sum check, okay? And one more thing as well, they may not tell you, and again, I'm not saying that they're trying to pull something, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying they may not tell you that you're going to forfeit that 4% raise as well. Now, another thing that I want to encourage you to do as well, if you're somebody that likes playing with a calculator, if you're like somebody that likes calculating numbers, figure this out as well. That 4%, remember, is a permanent raise to benefits. So over that 6-month period of time, even though you delayed your benefits by 6 months, if you were to give back that 4% raise, you're giving it back forever. However, if you do not take the lump sum and you keep your 4% raise, that is a 4% raise forever. So you may want to calculate the numbers on this to determine, are you better off in the long run taking the lump sum now and forfeiting the 4%, or would you be better off not taking the lump sum and taking that 4%, which will continue to compound every single year with the annual cost of living adjustment for every single year for the rest of your life? Again, that's for you to figure out. Everybody's situation is very different. A few things that you may want to take into consideration is, what is your life expectancy? Again, I know that's a really weird question. I mean, let's be real. Nobody knows how long they're going to live, right? But again, if you expect to live for another 30 years to be to your mid-90s, you may be way better off, again, just keeping that 4% and denying the lump sum check. And again, I'm not giving you advice here. I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is very, very different. But again, I think you might want to take into consideration the numbers behind all this. Because if you plan to live for a very long time, the numbers will probably show you that you're going to be far further ahead by forfeiting the actual lump sum and taking the 4% versus giving up the 4% and taking the lump sum. Does that kind of make sense? And again, I'd encourage you to play the numbers on that one as well. It's going to be different for everybody. It's going to take a little bit of calculating and a little bit of forecasting and, again, a little bit of estimation to determine how long you think you might actually live. And again, nobody knows that answer. I mean, seriously, it's all just a guessing game anyway, right? So, but those are the things that I wanted to encourage you to do when you are considering the lump sum check in the event Social Security does present this to you, okay? And remember, it's not going to be presented to everybody. It's only a unique type of situation here. And one more thing that I want to point out as well. Like I said earlier, in the event that your full retirement age is the age of 66, let's just say that you've delayed your benefits yet again out until the age of 67, 1 full year. They will only pay you out 6 months worth. So you could still capture a 4% raise, but they would pay out 4 months worth of that, that increase that you've been given, right? So again, something else you want to consider. However, you also have to figure out this situation too. If you're rapidly approaching your full retirement age, or you already are at your full retirement age, you might want to consider, is this even worth it? Do I just want to take my benefit and just be done? Or do I want to delay and maybe still get that 0.667% every single month, by the way, going forward? For the next 6 months, 8 months, the next 9 months, year, something like that. One more thing I want to throw out there as well. If your full retirement age is whatever it happens to be, it could be 66, it could be 66 in 2 months, 66 in 4 months, 66 in 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, or 67, whatever it happens to be. But remember this, your benefits will continue to increase every single month at a rate of 0.667% between the age of your full retirement age all the way out until age 70. So you could get a huge raise to benefits if you were to delay the claiming of your benefits out until the age of 70. But one more thing to take into consideration. Once you hit the age of 70, that's it. No more raises. You'll still get your annual cost of living adjustment after you claim your benefit, but once you hit 70, they're no longer going to continue to increase at that rate of 0.667% every single month. So once you hit age 70, again, this is not advice. I don't know your situation, but once you hit the age of 70, there is no reason to delay your benefits any longer after that. There's no more increases after that. So once you hit 70, you may want to consider claiming. But again, I don't know your situation. It's going to be different for everybody. So please consider that. But 70, there's really no reason to wait after that. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. Anyway, I hope this explains the lump sum payout check. Seriously. Do you kind of get the confusion here? Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's a very confusing topic. There's a lot of moving parts here. It's only specified for basically one small group of people that do receive Social Security. It all comes down to those people receiving Social Security retirement, those people that are at or after their full retirement age, and those people that are, have delayed claiming their benefits after their FRA. Again, a pretty unique group of people here. There's not that many people that it falls into, but when you are in this situation, you may be offered a lump sum check. Actually, to give you a personal experience, I know somebody, one of my relatives, obviously I'm not going to share the details about them, but one of my relatives that I know was offered a lump sum check from Social Security. This person delayed claiming their benefits for I don't know how long. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how long they delayed, but they hit their full retirement age. They delayed claiming their benefits for some period of time. I'm not sure how long it was. But then when they called and they actually submitted their application to receive Social Security, they got a lump sum payout check. This person did not know that they were going to be forfeiting the 6 month or the 4% raise to their benefits. They didn't know that until it was over, until they got their lump sum check. And then they realized, wait, I think I just forfeit my little raise. Yep, you did. So anyway, it's permanent. Once it happens, it's done. Game over, right? But they still got the lump sum check. And again, I don't know how much this person received, but I do know that the people that do receive these lump sum checks, it's a lot. It can be a lot of money. For example, if you're receiving $1,000 per month and you delay for 6 months, you're looking at a lump sum check of $6,000. If you receive $2,000 a month, you're looking at a lump sum of $12,000. And again, if you're receiving more than that, you could be looking at even more money than that. So the checks do get pretty big, and it does get very enticing. If Social Security offers you a check of $10,000, a lot of people are going to take it, right? Very enticing to grab a check of 10 grand or 15 grand or $6,000, whatever it happens to be, right then and there. Pretty nice little package, right? Anyway, hope this one helps you out to better understand the situation. Of course, if you have any further questions, please leave those down below. I'll be happy to answer those for you in any way that I can be. If I need to come back and make another dedicated video, of course, I can do that for you as well. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, have a nice day, enjoy, and I'll catch you again later.